gunslinger. He was in his 60s, and his job was to train the next generation of gunslingers. I could see Liam Neeson in that role.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood as well.
Yeah,
he could do that.
Yeah, but no, Clint Eastwood has
Maybe.
to
Do you know what? Actually, I don't know if he could because he is getting on a bit. But the role he played in $1 Million Baby as a mentor, he could do that. There's so many people could do it, but you need strong characters for King stories. King stories.
Yeah, I could see Liam Neeson as Court more than Roland. Although I could see him as Roland, but it's a bit of a stretch.
And I think maybe because Under the Dome has done so well, that they are willing to take another chance on a King TV series.
Yeah.
And it'd definitely be a different... That might be the thing. This is such a different series. You know, it's not Deadwood, it's not Under the Dome. It's so different.
Yeah. And again, not to... I know I always come across to sound like a Lord of the Rings hater and everything else, but this is a much richer, much bigger story than the Lord of the Rings. It is. It's much bigger. It spans universes and galaxies.
I suppose, yeah, it is in that way.
You know, and there's so many characters come in and out of it, and there's such mythology behind it.
See, you need to read the Silmarillion, then come back to me and say that Tolkien was
I couldn't even read The Hobbit. Honestly, couldn't. Halfway through, done.
That's just no. But you know, we're speaking of TV series. The single best TV finale I have ever seen was Sleepy Hollow.
How good is Sleepy Hollow?
Sleepy Hollow is a program that should not work.
No.
Okay, because I love poking fun at TV series. I don't, it's not like a troll picking them apart, but a TV series where a guy shouldn't know what modern life is, never changes his clothes because, but they explain it all.
Yeah.
And it started off cheesy, it ended cheesy, but it was stunning.
Yeah, and part of the reason it's so good is because Tom Mason, who plays Ichabod Crane,
yeah.
And it's the whole thing because he's sexy and everything else for the women. He's a damn good actor, and Ichabod is an amazing character.
And he's not playing it. He's playing it straight.
Yes,
that's
very,
the thing.
very straight. Yeah.
But it's brilliant the way he does that. Yeah. Even with the technology. I mean, he's got to grips with the mobile phone recently,
right?
And he wants a new one because everyone else has one. So he's slagging off, corporatism and capitalism and everything else. And basically, he wants a new phone.
Yeah, I love the one where he's talking about the impenetrable barrier around the scissors, and it's just like, yeah, this is plastic.
Yeah, take it off. Or Yolanda, he's in love with Yolanda, where the whatever they have in America, the talking car. Yeah. So, and they had Siri. He talked to Siri, and he went, I much prefer Yolanda. But gushing.
Yeah.
The series finale was a two-parter. Well, basically, it was a 2-hour special, but it was 2 parts. Mm-hmm. And we just have to take a moment because I'm going to mention the name of a legend, John Noble. Oh, I see. I'm not going to go into details here because I can't. It's too good. But John Noble amazed me, broke my heart, did every emotion because he played every emotion possible in the space of an hour and played it brilliantly, like he used to do on Fringe. Uh-huh. But I'm not saying he's made the show... Well, sorry, I am going to say he's made the show better. It was already brilliant.
Yeah.
But he has made it better. And literally the last half an hour or 15 minutes of that show, there was different scenes. Every scene could have been the best cliffhanger in a TV series ever.
Yeah. And
they had them all in one cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's a great series. And of course I got mixed up because I said to you last night, no, there's more still to come.
Yes.
Because it was a really weird break. They played like 11 episodes and then came back with 3.
I think you're right. They played 10
episodes? Because
they came back with episode 11 and then 12 and 13 in one go.
Yeah, because I thought we were still waiting.
You thought it was a mid-season.
Like 22 episodes.
Yeah. But they've done a British season. They've done 13 episodes.
Yeah, and split it up into the last 3.
But the good thing is, it's definitely renewed. It's definitely back in September. I think it is this year.
As well, it deserves to be. And Orlando Jones, is it Orlando Jones?
Jones,
yeah. Because I loved him in Evolution. I'm a big fan of his ever since Evolution. And his character's so different in this.
Yeah.
He's kind of a hard ass, and he's really good.
Have you seen the last few?
I've seen up until I haven't seen the last 3 episodes.
He gets better.
Yeah.
See the last 3 episodes?
He's so good on it.
What was there a possession in the last one you saw?
No, the last one.
Okay, that's fine.
Where they met the 3 witches. He met the 3, what do you call this? Like the Night Sisters. That was the end.
You're going to fall in love with him even more.
Right, because he's so good in this.
He's brilliant in episode 11. And see 12 and 13? You're going to fall in love with John Noble. You're going to be cheering, nearly crying, and then
I loved Noble in the episode.
You're going to have a roller coaster. No, it gets the last 2 episodes, the season finale, if it's one episode, if you want to call it that, is one of the best pieces of genre TV I've seen in a long time. Okay. It's just the pace and the handling and the character, everything. It brings you up because sometimes season endings are brilliant. They give you a high, give you everything you want. yeah, maybe it's not so happy.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
All
but
right.
it's wonderful.
All right, so John Noble dies then. Okay, so yeah, great series, really, really good series,
And it's going to get better, because I thought it was going to be cheesy, because they kept playing on this, the Headless Horseman. You never saw him. A little bit of supernatural. But the main premise was always meant to be that hell on earth was coming, the Horseman of the Apocalypse. Mm-hmm. It's back.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very, very good. So I might actually try and get that this weekend, because it is coming back on Sky, I think, towards the end of February. But I think I might try and get my hands on those episodes this weekend and get them watched. Okay, right. That's pretty much it for this week. Is there anything that we missed?
Probably. I mean, there's been 27 stories today on the site, but that's a lot of the good stuff.
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Next week we're trying to arrange it at the moment. We haven't done this for a while. We kind of know what we're doing a week ahead, but we're trying to arrange for Declan Shalvey to come on. He's an artist with Marvel, a local boy from just down the road a little bit. Mm-hmm. At the moment, he's just taken on the penciling duties of the new Moon Knight series for Marvel Comics. It used to be a darker series, but he is writing. He's the penciler on there. He's the artist on that, and Warren Ellis. Did I just get that name right? Yep, is writing it. So hopefully we'll get Declan on. We've spoken to him in the past. He's not just a really nice guy, but terrifically talented, and part of the. Do you know what? In the 80s, there was a British wave of comic book people went to Marvel and DC. They took over. They did a lot of stuff for Marvel and DC, and it hasn't happened for a while. But recently, the Irish, Declan Shalvey, Will Sliney, people like that, Declan's better half, Geordie Belair, as one of the best colourists around at the moment, Nick Roach, doing Transformers and the Death's Head one-shot in Revolutionary War. We're taking over the world again, as we should.
Okay.
Don't let the accent fool you. Yes. I am Irish.
Yes. You sound very Irish. Right, okay. Before we go, a couple of quick news stories that just kept broke on the site that we didn't get a chance to talk about. Quentin Tarantino, last week, there was rumours, or there was not rumours, it was confirmed that his next movie would be a Western by the name of Hateful Eight.
Yeah. He wanted to do the
Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven. I was going to say the Seven Samurai, because that's what I viewed as +1.
Yes.
He wanted to do one up, he said.
Yeah. Now the story broke, and he's thrown a straw.
He's thrown his toys out of the pram because a little bit of the story and a little bit of the script leaked.
Yes.
He's been in this business for a long time. He has leaked stuff before.
But you know what I think's annoying him, right? I do think he's been a bit of a dick on this, but
a bit of a prima donna is a better word.
But what is annoying him is that he gave the script to 6 people.
So one of those 6 have leaked it.
Trust, and he's pretty sure it's the agent of one of them that has done this. So he is a wee bit annoyed. So what he's going to do is he's going to publish, and he said he has 10 other ideas in his head for movies. He's going to go one of those. Okay. Personally, after watching Django Unchained, which I finally caught up with this week, an amazing movie. Yeah. Fantastic piece of filmmaking. I was looking forward to another Western.
But you know what? He may go back.
He might do.
This could be hype.
He might do. One other thing, Simon Kinberg is talking about the untold story in Star Wars Rebels, which of course breaks this fall, that debuts this fall. He's basically talking about the period it takes place, which is between episodes 3 and episodes 4. How
much time is between episode 3 and 4?
20 years, roughly.
That's a long time. Years. There's a lot of stories that can happen there.
And it's largely untouched.
Okay.
So this Rebels is going to pick us up. Whenever Star Wars, the first Star Wars movie, A New Hope, opens, it kind of opens and it says, the Rebels have won their first victory against the Empire. This is going to tell the story of that victory.
Do you think that would make a good TV series?
Yes, I think it's going to be a great TV series, and I think we're going to meet all those characters again that we know and love,
and maybe drop-ins from other characters.
Yes, I think so.
Could you imagine Mark Hamill doing a walk-in on that?
Well, it's an animated series, so
no. But his voice. You know what I mean?
I would say
no. Sorry, what I meant was, could Star Wars make a good TV series?
Live-action TV series? Yes, and it is coming.
Is it?
Yes.
I hadn't heard that.
It is going to happen.
Oh, you think it is, or
no? Well, it's been rumoured and every now and again.
And now with Disney, and I mean, Star Wars is the next big thing. I know it's already big, but you know what I mean. With Disney taking on, and they're gonna push. That's why I think the Pixar thing, the TV series, the cartoons, the comics, the movies, they're gonna push this.
But dare I said, I'm kind of worried about oversaturation. Too much Star Wars. So it gets to the point where Star Wars movie. But then they said they're going to follow the Marvel model with this.
And Marvel have done it.
And nobody's sick of Marvel yet.
No.
And even though some people don't like S.H.I.E.L.D., it's not putting you off the rest of Marvel.
The good thing is S.H.I.E.L.D. ratings is holding steady. Yeah. There's enough people liking it There's enough people when the Netflix ones come out, when the movies come out. When the thing about it is their model is comics.
Yeah.
The movies sell as well, which sell much more than the comics. But the franchises, the games that they're doing with Lego and other games, Marvel have done it right. DC have done it wrong so far. They might pick up. And who is it again that owns Marvel?
Would it be Disney.
Disney, who own Star Wars.
Exactly.
They're going to follow that model because they've done it right.
Yeah. Other thing just broke as well. There's footage from Days of Future Past, the new X-Men movie.
I've refused to watch it because remember, what was it last year where there was a different clip every week for something? It was a major movie. What was it? I told you that I just refused. I just stopped. Can't remember what it was, but every week. It
wasn't Pacific Rim, was it?
No.
It was. Oh, by the time I saw the movie, you need to see everything.
It could have been that was one of them, but it was something before that. I just stopped watching trailers. I don't.
Man of Steel,
and Thor Darkworld. No, do we? Would you like a sandwich? Thor Darkworld had a lot of trailers as well.
Yeah,
and I just don't because I want to because I need to do it for the site and for this, but also I want to go in and see the movie.
Yeah,
I don't want to go in and see the bits of the movie I haven't already seen.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So from what I've heard though, the trailer's quite good. It's just a little snippet, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't seen.
Oh,
it.
Okay.
I will watch it because it's literally just going insane.
Okay.
And also, Marvel's Ant-Man is now going to be released on July 17th, 2015.
The date that
Batman Superman has now given up.
Yeah, Marvel are good at that.
Yeah,
it's like, oh look, gap.
Yeah. Or is it maybe a case of Batman Superman didn't want to go up against Marvel?
Of course they don't.
So.
I don't think. I don't think they would want to. I think they'd be stupid to do it. Marvel have got their foot in the door, and they're going to kick it open. DC, if there's an opening weekend where you've got a Marvel movie and a DC movie, Marvel's going to win.
Yeah, I know.
I think.
I don't know. I had this argument. I had this discussion with a couple of people on Facebook as well during the week, where it was sort of they were saying that obviously DC don't want to go up against Marvel, and Marvel, Star Wars has been moved back to Christmas because it doesn't want to go up against Avengers and everything. You know what? I don't think they care because nobody goes to the cinema. Nobody picks one movie to see in the cinema. It's not like, I've got to see Star Wars, I can't go and see Ant-Man now.
But you might choose which one you want to see first, which will make a difference in, word of mouth and rolling.
I don't think it makes a
maybe
difference.
The other way, there may be some collaboration here, definitely with Star Wars and Marvel, obviously. Yeah. You don't want a Marvel movie and a Disney movie, a Star Wars movie at the same week or even the same month.
No, I do.
No, but they don't because they want to stagger it. Yeah. And one clever thing about Ant-Man here, if it goes for that date, there's been hype. People are looking forward to seeing Batman at that date, and suddenly it's gone. So now it's like, what am I going to do? Oh, look, there's a Marvel movie the same weekend. Let's go see that.
Yeah.
Even if they hadn't originally intended to, or they're not Ant-Man fans, I think some of that loss from the Batman-Superman movie is going to go into Ant-Man's favour. Because Ant-Man is not going to be the most popular movie. Because not enough people knew it. Avengers was different.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be good because the momentum from Avengers and everything else is going to hit this.
Just for the record, and we've said this in the show before, I know I've talked about it with Stephen, I don't know if I've talked about it with you, I think Ant-Man is going to be the best Marvel movie yet.
I think it's going to be it's going to be up there with Iron Man.
Yeah, I think the talent behind it is I think it's just going to blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
Because Edgar Wright and Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas inspired by the casting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see Edgar,
Spader guy. He's going to
Simon Pegg in this, and Spader as well. I just think it's going to be the best Marvel movie.
Well,
yet.
It's just Marvel are going. I think they're being very clever. I think they're going to be very not cautious as in taking their time, but then they're going to make sure they don't put a dud out for a while.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, not many people know about. Stan Lee doesn't know about most of the characters.
Stanley's funny. We actually meant
first cameo.
Going to be in this.
Yeah, he'll be an Ant-Man somewhere. He'll be. He's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. next week or the week after.
That's right. I think it's the next episode.
Could be. Can't remember when. But you know what? Avengers hit it big, not just because comic lovers went to see it. People who didn't know much about it, just when it went, Captain America kind of know who he is. So that hit big because they wanted to see a good movie, good action movie. I think Guardians will do the same.
Yeah, I think Guardians is going to be all right.
Especially seeing as there will be a cameo from Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Okay. Is
saying it now. No, that's my rumour.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be surprisingly good.
Yeah,
because everybody's writing it off. They're saying, we don't know. It's not going to be any good.
Just because they don't know the characters, it's still going to be a good movie.
Yeah, and I think as well that Marvel are going to concentrate on this is a movie that really shouldn't work, and nobody knows who these characters are. Let's make this brilliant.
Because they have to. They've got a massive catalogue and library of characters, but they can't keep making. I know it's not them, but you can't just keep making Spider-Man and Captain America and Thor and Iron Man and Avengers movies, because that's not oversaturation, but people get bored eventually. Take the characters that no one knows and make people love them. it will work. And they are delving deep. Guardians of the Galaxy was a surprise for me because that wouldn't have been my. Obviously, I don't work